could you just give me your name, please?
I'm Fiona Clark.
Fiona Clark, and you told me you are the CEO of Earthrace?
Heading up the Groundcrew.
Heading up the Groundcrew for Earthrace, okay. And tell me what your responsibilities are as the head of the Groundcrew for Earthrace.
Well, there are three of us. There's myself, there's Adrian Orangi, who's the operations manager, and Tino De Freitas, who's the engineer. And together we share the responsibility of providing the whole support mechanism for the project, and in particular the boat on the port stops around the world. So that includes the arranging of the shipping of the fuel, the arrival of the fuel in port, liaising with consignees, customs, brokers, agents, and numerous other bureaucratic systems to get our fuel in. And because we're a yacht in transit, our job is to persuade the authorities on the ground that the fuel isn't being burned in the country, and therefore we shouldn't pay any import duty to refuel and get out as quickly as possible. It's not simple. It's a boat arriving and leaving within 4 hours, which is what we aim for in a turnaround on the Groundcrew. Always raises suspicions. Why would we be coming and going so quickly? So we have to do a very big PR effort beforehand to promote the project and what it's about, and give advance information to the media. We're liaising on the ground with the media here. We have a London PR office who are providing international media services to us at the moment. We have a lot of sponsors, a lot of people who have been involved in Earthrace from its inception several years ago, and people who've come on board literally either in the last few months or indeed in the last week. We launched another sponsor on board in Puerto Rico. So there's a lot of managing and servicing of those sponsorships, keeping people informed, delivering the benefits that we say we're going to deliver, which is mostly photographic, video footage, constant updates and press releases. We have a website that had over 4 million hits last year. So there's a lot of interest around the world, and we need to make sure that that's kept up to date, and that we post regular blogs, regular press releases, regular photographs, and we have a live tracking system as well. So at any point, day and night, people can log on and see where Earthrace is, which is fantastic. But then if something happens and the boat stops for even a moment, or is delayed in port for more than 4 hours for whatever legitimate reason, the emails come flying and the phone calls come flying. What's wrong? What's wrong with Earthrace? And it's a constant 24/7 job.
Let me ask you, how was your experience in coming through the Panama Canal?
It was fantastic, actually. This was one of the places I was most keen to experience. I've done a lot of travelling in South America, but I've never been to this part of the world. And Panama Canal has so many associations in our modern day, and through literature and film and stuff. I was really keen to do it. And we were very fortunate that a friend of ours who's here and who's been helping us organise our stay here and helping us to do the things we need to do, arranged for a chase boat. So we went at Gatton Lake, and we went to meet the boat at the third lock. Saw some monkeys. We tried to feed them bananas, but they weren't very interested. And then we met the boat there, and we followed her and then went ahead. So we got some great video footage and a film crew with us. So we've got some good action shots of Earthrace whizzing across the lake. But it was fantastic. It started out in a beautiful hot sunshine like this, and by the time we were coming back it was torrential tropical rain, and we were absolutely drenched. So the juxtaposition of those two experiences, it was great.
So now you fly to Mexico?
Yep. As soon as the boats were refueled, we're just waiting for a pilot to come and guide the boat out. I'm told 1:30. I'm not sure if that's kind of Spanish time or what, but as soon as the boat's gone, we'll pack up and get ourselves organised. We leave very early in the morning for Mexico. We should arrive there tomorrow afternoon, and then our first job will be to check on our fuel there. I believe it is waiting at the dockside, but until I see it with my own two eyes, I won't believe it. We'll liaise with our sponsors there. We need to organise. We've got some equipment we need to get ordered for the boat, a new fuel pump and a hose and various things. It's our job also in port we do all the food and watering of the boat. So it sounds easy, but actually when you've got 4 people at sea for anything between 2 to 6 days, there are very specific things that you can and can't include in the food shop, and it's usually a giant supermarket trolley, and $300 later. That it's a bit of a mission doing the food shop.
Do you have an idea of what the entire cost of the entire around the world trip is going to be at the end of the day? The whole, you know, when it's all said and done.
I've almost given up trying to work on a budget that worked to a budget on this project. I tried to do that right at the beginning. I only joined in January full time, although I've been involved in the project on the periphery since October part time, whilst I'm still working full time in London. And I looked back the other day at the budget for the refit, and it was what it ended up costing 3 times what was originally budgeted. So we obviously know what the fixed costs. We know what the shipping costs. We know what the flights cost. We know what the carbon offset costs, and we're responsible for that. But there are all sorts of things that you just can't legislate for on the ground. You know, the local costs or things that something the autopilot FedEx out somewhere in Europe.
What did you pay for the canal fees?
Do you know? I don't know.
Don't know.
Nobody will tell us in advance what it's going to be.
Is this your pilot?
No, these guys just removed the boom.
Okay, so you don't know what you paid in tolls?
We don't know yet. Various figures have been flashed at us, and we were told it would be something like $700 to $800 to go through the canal.
That's not
but
bad.
I gather there's another $500 that might have been racked up yesterday for various reasons. Our cameraman just got off the boat to film, and that sent the police into a sort of state of flurry, because obviously you shouldn't.
Because people getting on and off the boat as they're in transit.
Yeah. And transit.
Yeah, they go nuts.
So that was a bit of a mistake, and they stopped us in Lake Gatton and had a bit of a chat with our pilot on the boat, who smooth things over a bit, and we had sort of hoped that we would be able to. We had a film crew with us and some sponsors, and we were hoping that they were going to be able to get on Earthrace for a bit, but it just wasn't possible. And I do understand that it's this is one of the biggest and busiest transit places in the world.
That's business. It's a $1 billion business.
Commercial and customs. I understand that completely. So. Sometimes on Earthrace you're able to wing things that other people can't,
right,
because of the unique and bespoke nature of the project. But sometimes even Earthrace has to obey the rules.
Appreciate it. Thank you.